The Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network welcomes you to the following presentation of the Minnesota State High School League.
Inside for Bjorkman. Bjorkman inside, dunks! Parker, Bjorkman, shot! Block on front, they A very good evening to you all here on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. I'm Ryan Paul, joined by the very own Greg Erickson, here tonight from the St. Louis Park Rec Center for some Metro West Conference hockey action between the Hawks and the St. Louis Park Orioles. Greg, welcome.
Great to see you, Ryan. Thanks for having me out here this afternoon. Beautiful rec center
really
in St. Louis Park.
Yep. Should be a good one today. Chaska down St. Louis Park heavily earlier this season. Chaska comes in 13-7 overall. St. Louis Park 8-9-1. What are you looking for today?
That was January 10th, and the score was 11-1, a little lopsided. Definitely had some run time going in that third period. I'm not necessarily anticipating a score that lopsided, since of course we're at home rink for St. Louis Park, but I do anticipate a very well-fought game for the Hawks. The one thing I do expect is for Dave to empty the bench. I actually don't see as many JV guys down there as I thought I would. But I think he's going to be playing, and that's indicative of the starting lineup here today for the Hawks. We've got guys like Benz, Lavelle, Calvin Barrett, Magnuson, and Olmscheid starting out there for the Hawks. So,
well, it's a good day for hockey here. Saturday afternoon, the back end of a 3-day in a row CHBN stretch. We close it out today with some boys hockey. Chaska and St. Louis Park are underway. The Orioles win their opening face-off, but Chaska gets it back in the defensive zone. Here comes Calvin Barrett up the ice now for Chaska in the all-gold jerseys tonight. Their alternates that they got last year for the first time. Chaska sends it around. Nobody was able to keep it in the zone, though. Hawks have to retreat and collect the puck. Just under 30 seconds in here. Chaska turns it over in the defensive zone. Shot on Jack Stark, the sophomore goaltender in net for Chaska tonight. Stark comes in with 8 games under his belt. 2.3 GAA for Jack Stark. Saves 88% of his shots faced. Here comes Shane Lavelle now, left to right, in the all-gold uniforms. Dumps it off for Olmscheid. Olmscheid has a shooting lane. Fires. Tried Lavelle on the back door. Couldn't collect it, though. Now puck sent to the opposite corner, where Chaska gets a line change off. They steal it away in the offensive zone. Shane Lavelle will go for a change up. Here come the Orioles. They dump it down. That's Lucas Hand who sends it in behind Stark. Chaska will dump and chase. Kester behind, the future Minnesota Golden Gopher. A minute in here. Gets it over for Billy Bronson.
These two are working together really well this year, Ryan. They really know where each other are on the ice, Kester and Bronson.
Kester leads the team with 31 assists. Billy Bronson has 13 this year. Pitlick coming down the other way, tees one up and scores!
Absolutely brutal.
Rhett Pitlick, right over the shoulder.
He just does not treat those water bottles very well that are sitting on top of the net. Absolutely plugged that one.
Right over the shoulder, goaltender William Penny, who's played all but 8 minutes this season for St. Louis Park. Those 8 minutes that backup goaltender Neil Walsh played against Chaska in that 11-1 defeat.
Yeah, and they just had to try to take him out, try to rebuild his confidence. Warner took the draw there for the Hawks.
Here come the Hawks now off that Pitlick goal. It's his first goal, it's the first goal of the hockey game. Pitlick's 21st of the year.
Pitlick's leading the world, obviously, on this team. He's got 45 points now.
We'll see who the Apples go to. The first one is the Mike Kesters that's being announced, and McDonald gets the secondary assist on the Pitlick opening goal. We have a delay on the face-off as some premature activity going on. 15:30 to go here, first period. Draw one away, off by Stark. Sent up ahead for Chaska. Pitlick was unable to grab it. We get an icing call here. 15:21 to go, first period.
And we've talked about it here before, Ryan, but another typical play for the Hawks this year has been the stretch pass up to Pitlick. Pitlick kind of camps out between the red and the blue line. That one just didn't connect, but that's a great way to spring the speedy Pitlick up the ice.
Draw one away by the Orioles. There's a scrum for it underneath the linesman. Jack Wandermacher, the sophomore, doing battle there for St. Louis Park. He leads the team in every single category with 11 goals, 12 assists. Good for 23 points on the year for Wandermacher. Just about 15 minutes left here. Puck sent up ahead. Icing called. Face-off down on the end of William Penny.
Early moments here at St. Louis Park. Had an opportunity to go look at the outdoor rink. They call that one the Rock.
Yep.
This one's the Rack. That's where we actually played last year.
Played last year, yep.
That's a beautiful facility.
Just marvelous facility just outside of this rec center, which Benilde and St. Louis Park share. The Red Knights reside here.
Was a shot on net by 10. Thomas went wide right.
Barry turns it over in the neutral zone. Puck sent down behind Jack Stark. Recovered there by William Magnuson. Now up into the corner. A body applied on by Thomas. Sent back behind for Barrett. Barrett slings it up ahead. Nobody there to receive it, though. Icing waved off. They say it was tipped. Back around. Thomas in the corner. Called his name a fair amount tonight. Just a couple minutes in here. Behind the St. Louis Park goal. Sam Barry doing work down there for the Orioles. Sent back up for Lucas Hand. 14:19 to go. Here comes Finn Hammer. Now up ahead for John Meyer. Meyer shot on.
Partially blocked out front, but Stark stayed with it.
Here come the Hawks. 3-on-2. Sent away. Benz was unable to find Lavelle. About 14 minutes to go here in the first period. Olmscheid collides out in the neutral zone with Meyer. Now Lavelle has it in the defensive corner. Unable to get it on the stick, though. Allows a shot on by Jamie Sorensen. Knocked away by Stark, however. Now behind the net, Charlie Erickson, the senior, will go out and grab it. Turnover once again by Chaska in the defensive zone. Sorensen fires just off the block or a star. 13:36. Lavelle in neutral zone across the red line. Good defense played there by Sorensen, the junior.
We're going to get a penalty, though, on a tripping call.
Penalty coming up. It'll be the game's first power play. Chaska will go on demand advantage for the first time this afternoon. On the power play this year, Chaska 27.9%. St. Louis Park kills them off 85% of the time.
I believe that's a tripping penalty against number 22, John Meyer, for the St. Louis Park, the Orioles.
Indeed it is. Sent away. Kester looks for a lane, fires over the crossbar. Back on the blue line, Magnuson collects there for the Orioles. Dumps it off. Grabbed by Warner, the senior, over back to Kester, fellow senior captain. Kester on the blue line. Looks for something, fires it in, just wide of Penny.
Just trying to get the puck on the net, trying to force St. Louis Park to make a move out front, trying to get a tip or a redirection out front. We've got a lot of goals this season.
Hawks on the power play for the next 1:18 of this first period. Kester skates in the zone. Leaves it away for Lavelle, the future Wisconsin Badger. Back off for Warner, the future Maverick at Nebraska Omaha. Back into the corner for Pitlick. Chaska's top attack on here. Halfway through this power play, St. Louis Park sends it down all the way to Jack Stark, and they clear.
Pretty funny when I interviewed Bronson last game. He was talking about him basically being the piece of meat standing out in front of the net. That seems to be his role on this special teams play.
Lavelle dangles his way into Penny, goes behind. 12:14 to go. Kester finds it behind. Pitlick waits there. Now back out to Kester. Pitlick centers. Kester just wide. Deflected out in front.
Well, he had a wide open net there.
Looked like it caught a piece of a defender on the front of the crease. Stark stops the puck here behind. St. Louis Park clears. 20 seconds left to allow for one more Chaska rush.
Kester was bringing it up, and he's actually lucky that that one was called offside because St. Louis Park intercepted it and was on a breakaway of their own. 13 seconds left in the penalty. They're showing number 29 up on the scoreboard, so I'm not quite sure. I'm going to have to look up who that is.
So yes, either it was typed in wrong or they gave us a bad roster.
You know, I thought that it was 29 when I saw him skating off the ice, but
in the neutral zone off the face-off, St. Louis Park has it. Jack Wandermacher, as the penalty is killed off. We have 5-on-5 hockey here. Chaska takes it away. Here comes Bauer Berry. The skilled junior drives in. Leaves it away. Owen Thomas. Can't grab it though. On the blue line. Sully Schulle, sophomore. Snags it there. Comes it back away for Magnuson. Hawks dump it. Berry chases, along with a couple Oriole defenders. Cleared out of the zone. Magnuson has it in the neutral area. Tape-to-tape pass. Schulle into the zone. Tries to get it off for Berry. Couldn't get it through the legs, though. Sent it to the corner where Berry has it. Now Schulle fights for it again. Thomas. Saucer shot in. Nothing doing there, though. Just under 11 to go here, first period. Chaska gets a quick change. Owen Thomas headed to the bench, grabs the puck, and returns it for Chaska. Tape-to-tape. Bronson sends it away. Magnuson has to get it as he's headed off the ice. Turns it over, though. Magnuson recovers. Back off where McDonald has it. McDonald with speed into the blue line. Sends it in. Chases out around the corner. St. Louis Park recovers. Sam Berry there.
Good lunch bucket shift there by McDonald. Shot on. That was a good glove save, though.
Covered up by William Penny, who saves an average of 87% of his shots. Allows just a tick under 4 goals a game.
He was able to corral that rebound before any of the Hawks could jump on it. Warner and Pitlick were swarming the goal mouth.
10:16 to go. Draw to the right of Penny. One back right to him by St. Louis Park. And they come up with it. Get it out of the zone and push it ahead on the offensive side. Avery Pittman in. Poked away, though, by Kester defensively. Now Pitlick in the corner for Chaska. Sends it back out. Jacob Young was waiting there for it. Tried to get a tip. Avery Pittman had a look at an open net. Couldn't get a stick on it, though.
He was right out front. He was at the back door. He was ready.
Loose puck in the St. Louis Park zone. Recovered there by the Orioles. Jonathan Olson takes a spill and allows Chaska to get a shot on. Bronson a rifle from the point. Glove down by William Penny.
McDonald was a staple to the boards over there. Some of the fans definitely wanted to call on that one. So the face-off is going to be to the left of the co-captain, William Penny, for the St. Louis Park Orioles. Taking the draw, number 21, Shane Lavelle.
Lavelle gets it away for Olmscheid. Olmscheid checked off of it. Lavelle tries to center. Benz was waiting. A shot up, deflected up into the netting. Olmscheid.
Couple of cracks at that one. Benz was out front. Olmscheid had a backhander. Lavelle did a great job of getting that puck out in front of the net. Same line out there for the Hawks.
Warner doing battle, correction, it's Shane Lavelle who's in again for Chaska in the dot. Up along the Dashers. St. Louis Park gets it out. Nick Olmscheid able to re-enter, though. Olmscheid backhands it, centered away. Benz had a shot at it. Charlie Erickson unable to grab it. Now Lavelle. Poked out of the zone there by the Orioles defender, Ethan Favor. Tape to tape, bear it over to Warner. Olmscheid into the zone. Omlis for St. Louis Park, dumps it out. Magnuson recovers. 1-0 here, about halfway through this first period of hockey. Just under that mark. Shots are 4-4. Greg Erickson, I'm Ryan Paul with you here on CHBN. Calvin Barrett into the zone for Chaska. Gets it off, smothered away. Shot by, I believe, it's Sully Schulle.
Last couple of games here, we've seen Calvin Barrett, junior defender for the Hawks, carry that puck. He's kind of emulating some of his teammates like Kester, trying to advance the puck into the zone and then dumping it off to the open teammate.
8:37 left. Magnuson chases on the half wall. Gets it away for Thomas, who flings it behind the net. Body applied by John Starkey. Puck lost into the neutral zone, though. Barry sends it down. Stomped up by the linesman, however. St. Louis Park tries to get it off. Here comes Lucas Hand. Hand in. Tim Collins now bodied down hard in the corner. 8:05 left. Magnuson behind the net. Dumps it around the back wall. Schulle there, receive it. Thomas trying to give it back to Schulle. He didn't skate ahead for it, though. Under 8 to play in the first period.
I'd like to see Schulle take a little bit more initiative, jump up in the play. His teammate wanted to pass it to him on that one, but he wasn't quite in position.
Thomas cracks it. Schulle out in front, fires just off the goalpost.
That was an excellent opportunity. He was tied down in front, though.
Heavy collision in the St. Louis Park zone allows Pitlick and McDonald to come with it. Chaska has a 3-on-2. Pitlick fires. Beauty for a score. Rick Pitlick is Chaska's second goal.
I'll tell you what, he hit a plate in the corner on that one. That was a beautiful goal. 7:25 left to go in this first one. So the goal comes at 7 minutes 35 seconds into the first period. It's 2-0 for the Hawks.
Pitlick's second of the game comes with 7:25 to go in the first period. It's 2-0 Chaska. Bronson on the end gives it away for Kester. Hawks senior line out there right now. Here's Olmscheid. Olmscheid's fancy stick work, loses it into the corner though. He's checked down by Sam Barry for St. Louis Park. Pitlick battling forward behind the net. Gets coughed up with the linesman. And St. Louis Park is able to clear. Billy Bronson back out on the red line, gives it over for Kester. Kester will dump it. Drew Boyum grabs it there for St. Louis Park.
Pitlick for McDonald on that one, on that last goal. That's 2 points for McDonald in this game, 2 points for Pitlick.
Here comes Chaska, or St. Louis Park, I correct myself. 6:40 to go. Bronson behind the play, gives it away for Kester. Kester sends it up ahead. Warner there for it. Back to his shift partner. Up ahead for Mike Kester. Touched it up, no icing. Kester behind the net. Trying to get it for Benz. Snagged down there by Niels Honka. Warner with the puck out in front. Fires. Deflected there by Dvorak. 6:14 to go. Smothered up by William Penny.
I think he was, Warner was looking like he was going to pass it over to Lavelle. Did a no-look shot on that one. And Penny was able to make the save, but Lavelle did get the rebound, but shot it right back into Penny. 6:13 to go. We have another penalty against St. Louis Park, number 29 again. I'm not sure what this infraction is for.
So Chaska back on the power play, second time tonight. Johnson the guilty party on this one. About 15 seconds into the advantage for Chaska.
There's a cross-check penalty on Johnson.
Kester, straight away, tried to get it off for Benz. Tapped away though by an Oriole defender. Cleared away by St. Louis Park. .537 in the period.
Shots on goal are 7-4 right now. So
favor of the Orioles, or in favor of the Hawks.
That's right.
Lavelle, right towards the face of William Penny, got his glove up in time to knock it down. And with 5:27 to go, to face off in the St. Louis Park zone.
Warner taking the face-off for the Hawks. Wins it. Sent over D to D.
Kester centers.
Boy,
Warner tried to knock it in.
Warner was right on the doorstep. Right where Dave Snuggerud wants him.
Yep. Warner's a big body out there in front. Try to knock down some pucks and scrap for it. He's a scrappy kid too.
Magnuson was stapled behind the net there.
We approach 5 minutes here in the period.
Stapled there by Sam Barry, I'm assuming no relation to our own
comes Chaska.
Bowerberry.
Shot up ahead. Kester on the blue line. Chaska still on the advantage for 30 more seconds. Over to Warner, the senior. Warner finds Olmscheid. No, it was Pitlick. Pitlick had it blocked away up into the netting. William Penny,
nice save by Penny. Sprawling save to his right. Was able to redirect that shot up into the netting. Keeps the score at a reasonable 2-0 here for the Hawks.
Some say it's the most dangerous lead in hockey.
I am not worried. I'm only sweating because it's hot in here, not because I'm worried.
Hotter than it was at the CCC
just a little bit
on Thursday night for that Chan game. It was a bit nippy in there with the temperatures as cold as they were.
I think
Billick out in front. Benz knocked it down.
Benz had a great opportunity there. He was right on cue, right in time.
Kester over to Barrett. Barrett finds it off for Lavelle. Lavelle couldn't get it on the stick.
Well, the Hawks are doing a great job finding the open man. Barrett with the snapper.
Out in front, net comes dislodged as we go back to 5-on-5 hockey.
4 minutes, 13 seconds to go here. And the Hawks actually exploded in that sequence with probably 4 or 5 shots on goal during that power play.
Again, Ryan Paul, Greg Erickson with you here on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. We're coming to you live from St. Louis Park for Metro West Conference Hockey.
We'll have to talk about the Metro West and how it's kind of shaping up between periods, Ryan. It's pretty interesting to see. The Hawks have definitely jumped out to a great opportunity to dominate the Metro West.
Chatting with Eric Krauscher the other night on the broadcast, discussed that Chaska is yet to win a Metro West Conference title.
Yeah,
last year they had a good look at it.
It's about time to fill that baby up with something.
3:46 to go in the first period of this one, though. Chaska needs a win here to stay atop the Metro West. Sent behind, unable to clear, though. A turnover. St. Louis Park almost tragedy striking there as Chaska got a good look out in front. Schulle dumps it off for Barry. Here comes Bauer Barry. Fancy stick work as some Hawks collide behind the play. Up ahead with it, Pittman, right off the stick of Jack Stark. Save number 5 for the sophomore.
And that's definitely a dangerous thing for a goalie to kind of sit for long periods at a time without seeing any pucks.
Ripper from Barry, knocked down by Penny.
Looking up what Benilde St. Margaret is doing, if they've got any games here.
Face-off coming to the right of Will Penny. Warnert will do it for Chaska. Going against Wannermacher.
Yeah, Benilde is at Bloomington Jefferson here this afternoon. That's a team that actually beat them a few weeks ago.
3:01 left in this one. We'll get you updates from that if we can.
Yeah, it starts tonight at 7, actually.
Okay.
So nothing to update. Yeah, I was. A lot of people were surprised, and I think that game definitely the fact that they had beat Benilde just 10 days earlier than when the Hawks played them the first time this year. People were definitely making sure that the Hawks didn't take them lightly, and I wouldn't call it worried, but they were concerned because the Hawks had dropped 2 or 3 in a row when they went into Bloomington Ice Garden to play the Jaguars.
Puck set down here. Stark stops it up. 2:40 to go. Bronson lost the puck off of his stick. Gets it back for Starkey. Taps it up, and puck finds its way over the glass and out of play. 2:32 left. 2-0 hockey game.
So the Hawks have had a nice little stretch here. Dominating Chanhassen, dominating both Bloomington teams, Kennedy and the Jaguars.
Yep.
Dominating this team, the St. Louis Park Orioles, beating them 11-1 on January 10th.
Chaska and Benilde St. Margaret's will do battle right back here on Thursday. That'll be a big one in the Metro West Conference. Chaska looking for a little revenge after the Red Knights downed them on their home ice. Chaska going to try to come back here and take them down. We'll bring you that one live on CHBN.
That
Watch
ought to be
CHBN.com.
that's going to be one of the more important games of the season, definitely.
Linesman gets caught up in the play, allows St. Louis Park to come ahead with it. Kester tries to get it off. Sent up for 29, who we do not have a name for.
No, we do actually.
Oh, we do.
Well, we know it's Johnson.
Johnson, that's correct. They called it out on the announcement. It was not on the MSHSL website.
No, it was not.
Which is where we pull the rosters from. So Kester skates in here, 146. Kester through the legs, a fancy move. Couldn't get the puck, though.
Trying to go through about 4 or 5 Orioles on that one.
And we know he can do it. We've seen him do it before. Some marvelous goals that Kester's had in his career. He'll be headed to the U of M next year after playing USHL hockey
this summer.
This spring and summer.
Yep.
For Tri-City. Lavelle, up all by himself, into the zone, has to dump it away. Bauer Berry's going to chase for the Hawks. Berry lets it fall off. Bobby Doss, the junior defenseman for St. Louis Park, has it there. Back up at the point. Barrett awaits it. Barrett centers, deflected by a skate. 1:04 to go in the period. Shawley, back up, and Barrett has it. Barrett sends it in, right into the gut of Will Penny. He jabs it away, though.
Not able to corral that rebound. This one's coming down, but Stark is able to come way out of the crease and advance that puck down the ice. The Hawks dump it in.
Sent away, 37 seconds left. Just under that mark now. Here comes St. Louis Park. They send it down. It'll be an icing call. 30.3 to go in the first period.
30 seconds. 15 shots on goal for the Hawks. 5 shots on goal so far this period for the Orioles. Taking the draw for the Hawks is Warner.
Warner in the dot for Chaska. 30 seconds and ticking now. Body's in the dot, lost away. Pitlick would have had a good look if he could get it puck on his stick. St. Louis Park clears. 20 seconds left. Pitlick into the zone.
Dipsy doodle there.
Over to Warner. Warner fires just wide. Barrett gets it back for Chaska, though. It's sent back around. Warner's going to chase. They'll go against Barry there. Warner jabs it out where Erickson waits. Erickson flings it in. Stomped away and covered by William Penny. No, it's lost away. We get a whistle. And some extracurricular activities going on after the play with 1 second left in the first period.
Sam Berry trying to make his presence known. Penny is having a hard time in the last few
shots on
to corral the rebound. A lot of them are just sort of ending up right on the doorstep there.
So we got a 1.1 left on the clock before the first intermission. Warner loses it away, and we have played 17 minutes of hockey. After one period of play, Chaska 2, St. Louis Park nothing. Rhett Pitlick with 2 goals in the first period. First period thoughts?
Well, Rhett Pitlick is obviously doing a dynamite job for these Chaska Hawks. He's just got such great vision. Not only is he able to find other guys, but he also makes his presence known by those 2 goals were absolute snipes. Both of them were in the upper left-hand corner of the net. I think the goalie moved his water bottle to the other side so he couldn't use it as a target. If there was a small little dish up in the corner of that net, he would have hit it and broke it.
Yep.
So I look forward to seeing him in the skills competition sometime in the NHL.
We've reached the first intermission. When we come back from a quick commercial break, we'll discuss what's going on in the Metro West Conference and around the state of hockey. You're watching Chaska Hawks Hockey on CHBN.
Hi, my name is Justin Bach, and you're watching Chaska Hawks Hockey on CHBN.
GSH Asset Management is a proud sponsor of the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Based in the heart of Chaska, GSH is your one-stop shop for all of your wealth management needs. Visit us online at gshassetmanagement.com or call today at 952-556-1311. GSH Asset Management, building strategies for your financial future.
There's a better, brighter day ahead for patients who visit St. Francis Rehabilitative Services. Our wide-ranging, innovative, and compassionate care offers adults and children the services and support that inspire them to a higher quality of life. Among our services is our comprehensive sports medicine program, specializing in preventing, diagnosing, and treating sports-related injuries, helping you return to the activities that fuel your passion. St. Francis Rehabilitative Services.
Welcome back to St. Louis Park. Ryan Paul and Greg Erickson. After 17 minutes of hockey, we have a 2-0 Chaska Hawks lead here on the St. Louis Park Orioles. Greg, want to chat about what's going on around the Metro West Conference here, for which both of these teams reside in, and then what's going on around the state as far as Class AA goes.
Well, that's right. I think we have a graphic that we're going to display on the screen here, and Chaska's got 8 points so far, and Benilde is a close second with 6, and Chaska has definitely got Benilde in the sights. Benilde St. Margaret, very good hockey squad.
Yep.
And Benilde, I think, is playing. Didn't we say
Jefferson later tonight?
A little bit later on here.
Just saw some of the Benilde boys grab their stuff and head for the bus from here from the recreation center. So Chaska and Benilde will do battle this upcoming Thursday here from the rec center in St. Louis Park. Somebody will be calling it. It'll either be me, Taylor, or you. One of us will be here on Thursday afternoon or Thursday evening for boys hockey, Chaska and St. Louis Park. We want to slide over now to look at a bigger picture of the Class AA state rankings. Chaska down there at number 15. Edina and Minnetonka flip-flop there, up there at number 1 after the Hornets beat Minnetonka. But earlier this year, it was Chaska who took down the number 1 ranked team, the Edina Hornets.
Yeah, and Edina's got Hopkins later on today in about an hour.
Okay.
And Tonka has actually faltered a little bit in the last couple games. And that's, it might be a little bit of an overstatement, but I mean, they lost to Edina 2-5 just the other day, and then they tied Wayzata. I believe that score was 2-2.
Okay.
They've got Eden Prairie tonight at Pagel.
Big one,
in Eden Prairie. That's at 7 o'clock tonight.
Pagel, it's in Minnetonka.
Oh, Pagel, that's right.
Come on now.
That's right. You're right. So they've got Eden Prairie tonight. So that's
another big one. Yep.
That's a big matchup. Eden Prairie is
number 8.
Number 8 in the state. Yep. So yeah, that flip flop at the top definitely indicative of the fact that Edina was able to beat Minnetonka 5-2 on the 24th of January.
Should have been noted that the skippers were without the services of Teddy Lagerbach. He was out with frostbite that he suffered from that up north game. I'm not sure.
Okay.
From that up north game in Bemidji on Hockey Day, where the temperatures were, I believe, like negative 20 degrees air temperature. We're going to step aside one more time, and we'll come back as they've just finished to scrape the ice here from the St. Louis Park Rec Center. We've got 17 minutes of second period hockey on the way right when we come back.
Hi, my name is Justin Bach, and you're watching Chaska Hawks Hockey on CHBN.
GSH Asset Management is a proud sponsor of the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Based in the heart of Chaska, GSH is your one-stop shop for all of your wealth management needs. Visit us online at gshassetmanagement.com or call today at 952-556-1311. GSH Asset Management, building strategies for your financial future.
There's a better, brighter day ahead for patients who visit St. Francis Rehabilitative Services. Our wide-ranging, innovative, and compassionate care offers adults and children the services and support that inspire them to a higher quality of life. Among our services is our comprehensive sports medicine program, specializing in preventing, diagnosing, and treating sports-related injuries, helping you return to the activities that fuel your passion. St. Francis Rehabilitative Services.
We get ready for the second period of hockey here from the St. Louis Park Rec Center. I'm Ryan Paul, joined by my partner tonight on the CHBN, Mr. Greg Erickson. Through one period of hockey, it's 2-0. Rhett Pitlick exploded in that first period for 2 goals. 2
goals for Pitlick, and it's just indicative of the kind of season he's having, frankly. He just finds a way to get into open ice and be able to take shots, be able to pass it off to his teammates, using his speed, using his talent, using his ability to stick handle through traffic. And we've got the starting lineup out there for the Hawks again.
Yep.
Same crew starting this second period. Again, it's 16 shots on goal for the Hawks and 5 so far.
Jack Stark not troubled too much in that first period.
Not too much
with only
trouble,
5
and
shots.
you know, I mean, frankly, there were more shots on goal than I thought there would be. But like I said before, it's always kind of disconcerting when you're sitting there for a while. All of a sudden, a pretty good quality shot comes on net, and you've got to be ready for it.
Underway in period number 2. St. Louis Park working left to right. Loose puck out in front, took a ugly rebound off the back wall.
Yeah, that kind of
sent away.
That either hit a stanchion or rebounded strangely off the boards and bounded right out in front.
Say we're going to have to step aside just momentarily. You're not going to miss much. We have to fix something with the camera. We'll be right back.
All right,
back at it here. We had to fix something. You didn't miss anything.
Oh, okay.
Still 2-0. Chaska and Chaska and St. Louis Park working at it. Here's a shot just high right off the stick of Rhett Pitlick.
Just whistled that one over. You see the frustration in his body language after he shot that one. It's like, I had a wide open net.
Yeah.
And I just whistled that baby into the netting behind the boards.
The only thing you missed was a net coming dislodged with 16:04 to go here.
Well, the Hawks did poke it
zone
into that dislodged net, but we knew they'd wave it off right away.
Tie up right in front of the Chaska bench. They need to get the puck moving, says the official. Here comes Warner now, right off of it. Kester up ahead around the red line. Kester skates in, finds it off for McDonald. McDonald trying to get it away for Warner. Warner wasn't ready for it, though.
It's amazing how Kester can find guys. They're not even ready for it because it surprised them as much as they.
Here comes Warner, loses it away. Kester has it. Kester got tied up with a Park defender behind the play. Here come the Orioles now up ahead. Lucas Hand into the zone. Hand tried to dump it off for Wannermacher. Stolen away by Pitlick, though. Comes Chaska's Pitlick. Pitlick has Warner waiting for it. Pitlick tries to go backhand. Net comes off. And a whistle with 15-17 to go. Pitlick probably wishes he passed that one up.
You know, maybe not. I think that he gave a great fake to pass it to Blaine Warner, but instead opted to take the backhand shot and trying for the hat trick. But, I mean, Warner definitely was open, but Pitlick saw an opening, and I'm not sure if that may be a strategy by these Orioles to knock the net off as often as possible to get this.
15-17, face-off won by the gold team. Chaska knocked away there right off the shot. William Penny redirects it. Big hit down there. John Meyer going to get called for a penalty. Likely going to be interference could also be elbowing. We'll see what the call is, but Chaska will go on the power play for the third time this evening.
Yeah, he sent Scholey reeling on that one. Scholey is a slight fellow, there's no doubt about it. When I told my son that Scholey was on the varsity team, his eyes got as big as saucers. He's like, that little guy? My son is in his grade and had him in a couple of classes this last semester.
Had a fair impact for Chaska here in his sophomore year. 3 goals and 3 assists.
Most definitely.
Good on him. Dave Snugger likes to see that, I'm sure. Out to the point. Kester one time. Knocked down. In the corner. A scrum for it. Back out to the center. Barrett. Kester at the point. Kester keeps it. Sends it in. Blocked down there by Penny.
Hit him right in the face, I think.
Chaska has it back with a man advantage. Lavelle finds it away for Benz. Benz just lost it, though.
Benz was on the back door. Almost banged
Just
that one home.
Popped over his stick. Now Barrett on the half wall, nearest us. Tapped out Lavelle. Lavelle was a fancy move. Kester tried to rip one. Didn't get all of it, though. Loose stick in the offensive zone. Here comes Lavelle. Lavelle rips. Blocked out in front. Kester was looking to tee another one up.
I think Kester was trying to do his best Blaine Warner impersonation from the
Here comes Mike Kester.
game.
Kester drive right off the chest of Penny. Another good save by the St. Louis Park netminder. 20 saves on the evening for him tonight.
58 seconds to go in this penalty to Meyer, who was called on the interference. Just under 14 to go here in this second period.
Here comes Kester all by himself. Dumps it away. Magnuson rips. Smothered there by Will Penny.
Well, I tell you what, Kester is just absolutely perfecting that drop pass.
Yep.
He's finding guys. He knows exactly where they are, and nobody who's on the ice with him, everybody actually who was on the ice with him, had better be prepared to be getting a pass from Mike Kester.
Warner draws away for Chaska Hawks on the advantage for 40 seconds left here. Pitlick on the blue line. Off back for Kester now. Kester away for Magnuson. Tried to get Pitlick a tip shot. Instead it finds the way into the netting. Pittman for St. Louis Park knocked it out of play.
Yeah, he was able to get his stick out in the passing zone and deflect that puck. Otherwise, Pitlick was wide open on that design play to try to get the puck to go to the right side, and then a rink-wide pass over to the left side to Pitlick.
Offensive zone draw. Blaine Warner gets it away. 28 seconds left on the man advantage. Kester with it. Backhands it over to Pitlick. Pitlick holds. Gets it away for Kester now.
Nice skate-to-stick move there.
Pitlick or Kester fire.
One-timer.
Knocked down, though, by Penny. Here comes Kester all the way in. Loses it away for Warner. Warner couldn't find the back of the net. 7 seconds left. Looks like St. Louis Park will kill this one off as they clear the zone.
13 minutes and 4 seconds. St. Louis Park was able to kill that penalty off. Blaine Warner driving the net, unable to bang it home.
Back away, Pitlick tees one up. Barrett, a big one. Loose out in front. Penny sprawling, still loose. Finally soared away by Jamie Sorensen. Here comes Pitlick again. Chaska harassing Penny. Another one from Barrett, deflected in front. Never reached Penny, though. Now Scholey on the far side. Barrett, another one. Loose away and finally covered up by Will Penny for his 26th save on the night.
Blaine Warner tipped that one right up into the midsection. That was I'm telling you what, Penny's going to have to maybe go to a body shop tonight, an auto body shop, and take some of the dents out of his armor. The Hawks are absolutely plastering him.
28 shots through...
Yeah,
2.5 or just under 1.5 periods.
Yeah, well, not even. I mean, we're only like 4.5 minutes into this.
It doesn't.
We're 4.5 minutes into this second period. 28 shots already.
Up ahead for the Orioles, Jonathan Olson sends it away. Orioles struggling to possess the puck so far tonight. That's something that Chaska has done so well so far in this season, is limiting teams' ability to possess the puck in the offensive zone.
Yeah, one of the things they've been doing is, I guess, sort of their own version of the neutral zone trap, where they're not even letting guys in through the blue line. That's not as much the case here tonight, but that has been the case for most of the season. For the most of the games when they're performing well, that's what they're doing, is they're clogging up that neutral zone, really playing defense while they're playing with their offensive players.
Charlie Erickson with a wrister from the point right into the chest of Penny, and a stoppage.
He's able to glove that one easily, not let the rebound up. Both teams make a change. Holmscheid will be taking the draw for the Hawks. Let's see who's taking it for the Orioles.
Holmscheid for Chaska.
Wandermacher, I believe.
Still loose. Here come the Orioles off of it now. Lucas Hand, big hit in the boards. Holmscheid and Kester collide there for a sandwich.
The absolutely stapled hand into the boards here on the near side.
Turnover though, Chaska able to recover. Here come the Hawks, sent back down, Stark. Redirects it for Bronson. Now back to Kester. Still loose in the St. Louis Park offensive zone. Bronson knocks it away out in front. Chaska has a 2-on-1 with Ethan Benz. Now it's Lavelle up ahead. Shane Lavelle in, just wide of Will Pinney over the stick side.
Whistled that one left, going for the upper corner.
Benz now behind, working with Lavelle. Benz battling for it, loses it though. Wandermacher there for St. Louis Park. Here come the Orioles. Lucas Hand sends it down. Icing called with 11 minutes to go here in the middle period. Chaska and St. Louis Park doing battle. It's 2-0 Hawks.
Yeah, you can tell the frustration level for the Orioles. Hand was on the point looking for the stretch pass. That pass just was well out of his reach. Went all the way down for an icing, and the Hawks will continue to swarm in the St. Louis Park Orioles zone. Exactly 11 minutes to go in this second period.
Pillick right off the draw, blockered away by Pinney. 31 shots now. Chaska harassing the sophomore, or the junior, I should say. Just under 11 to go. Starkey at the point, gets it away. Barrett there, tried to send it off. Starkey a shot in, just wide.
Yeah, we're just stymieing them. We're just, they're frustrated with it. They're unable to clear the puck. They're unable to get a handle on it, and unable to have an answer for the sharp passing by the Hawks.
Here comes the Orioles now, number 15, McCabe Dvorak. Sends it in.
After he sent it in, he kind of had a shot for Blaine Warner.
Yeah. 10:13 to go. Behind the play,
seems to be
Starkey
just wanting to throw his weight around.
Yep. Looks like there's some.
That's just kind of a frustration play by these guys. That's often going to happen. Oh, very
Here
nice.
Here comes Warner. Warner had it poked away from him though. Chaska has to wait. They have to touch up. They're still offsides.
Did you see that feathered pass by Pitlick? He just absolutely feathered it up the Blaine.
9:50 to go. Warner taps it away. Pitlick up ahead now across the red line into the zone. He has Scholey with him. Pitlick dumps it away. Scholey tried to score. Stopped down though by Will Pinney.
Took three guys to take the little Scholey out of the play.
Now Scholey applies a body on the half wall. Sent up across. 9.5 to go. St. Louis Park turns it over. Kester has it here. Kester out to Scholey. Backhand. Deflected down though. Now it's loose out in front. Thomas there for Chaska. 9:20 left.
Scholey's taking a beating out in front of that net.
You like to see it though. Body's tied up. Thomas being held along the half wall. Here comes Scholey. Tries to wrap around. Stopped there though by Will Pinney.
Nice skill play there by Sully Scholey, the sophomore.
Called his name a lot tonight, Greg.
Yeah,
I know you talked to him on Thursday night.
I did. That was a nice treat. You should have heard the locker room when I announced who it is I wanted to talk to, because he had scored a goal that period. I wanted to talk to Sully and his whole team. His whole team cheered for him when we announced that we wanted him between periods. They gave him lots of grief, and that was awesome. Awesome to see. These guys are really a close-knit group.
Yep, very much so. Played hockey together for a while. A lot of them breakaway products.
Yep, the academy.
Yep.
Academy graduates.
Erickson just off the leg of Pinney.
Not my son.
No.
Not related.
Erickson, a senior at Chaska.
He said he was going to loan me one of his jerseys so I could wear it in the box with that last name.
You have to talk to him about that one again.
Well, I'm not sure that even his biggest jersey would fit me, to be honest.
Shot from Thomas, gloved down by Pinney in a stoppage with 8:42.
And you notice who was in front of the net trying to get the rebound had there been one.
Yep.
Sully Scholey. So it was nice to see. I'm sure Dave is very happy with his efforts here today. Lavelle taking the draw here for the Hawks. Wandermacher taking it for the Orioles.
8:42. Conversation going on between Dave Snuggerud and one of the officials. Right out the face-off, a loose puck in front of the net. Orioles clear though. Chaska dumps it back down. All 5 will stay on the ice. 8.5. Lavelle chases for Chaska. Barrett up along the dasher, stops it from going out. Now it's flung ahead by St. Louis Park.
It was a nice pinch by Barrett, but they were able to loft it out of the zone.
Loose puck in front. Orioles never got a good look. We'll get a penalty coming up.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be on the Hawks. Probably a hooking. Nope, we're going to call it roughing, actually.
So the Orioles will go on the power play for the first time tonight. We're going to send Will Magnus into the box for a couple minutes.
8 minutes, 16 seconds. This is the first power play for the Orioles tonight. We'll see how they're able to do. Dvorak is the center for the special teams unit here for the Orioles.
Park on the power play this year, solid 28%. Chaska kills off there, disadvantage 28% of the time. Shot right in on Stark. It's one of the first shots he's had to see this period. Only 7 in the game for the Orioles.
Yeah, I think we had 5 or 6 coming into the period, so yeah, that's his first actual shot on goal of this period. Dvorak still taking the draw for the Orioles. You know, and we've talked about it. I want to reiterate it. The special teams for the Chaska Hawks have been pretty amazing. I think they've scored more shorthanded goals, or at least a fair number of shorthanded goals this season. It's mainly because of this, because Pitlick was able to find Warner.
Warner all by himself comes in against Penny. Warner backhand off the crossbar. Now Bronson tries another one. It's off the goalpost. 2 pipe shots there for the Hawks, shorthanded.
Penny's lost his stick, and Pitlick is swarming. He's got Kester out front. Off the goalpost.
3 shorthanded. Now Penny sprawls and covers it up. What a
3 shots
minute of hockey. Wow.
Off of iron. 3 shots off iron. I think Bronson had one, Warner had one, and Kester had one. That was fun.
Now Warner exchanges pleasantries with McCabe Dvorak in the crease as they have to be separated with 7:34.
Those two have not gotten along here yet so far this game. I think they'll shake and make up afterwards. 7 minutes, 34 seconds. A minute 19 to go in the penalty to Magnuson. Got him 2 minutes for a roughing. Olmscheid taking the face-off for the Hawks.
You mentioned Chaska been so successful even shorthanded. Pitlick had a shorthanded goal the other night. I believe it was Pitlick who had a shorthanded goal against Chan. I could be wrong.
Well, if you say his name, it's probably most likely right.
Pitlick leads the team with 20 goals on the year. Barrett skates into his crease, gets it away. Chaska with half of the power play to kill off.
He's actually got 22 on the season now that he had 2
tonight. Yeah, that is right. Yeah, you're right.
46 points total
20 coming into the game, yep. Here come the Orioles now. Omlis into the zone, dumps it away for Johnson.
I'll tell you that they're not out there right now, but the PK unit of Warner and Pitlick out there at the same time is absolutely deadly.
Stark smothers the puck as it's in St. Louis Park with 31 seconds of man advantage remaining.
35 shots on goal here so far for the Hawks in this game. 6 minutes 46 seconds to go in the period. So 35 shots basically in a game, in a half a game. And Warner and Pitlick are back out there for the Hawks, so going to try to make something happen in this final 30 seconds.
It's always nice when you have one less guy on the ice and you can score goals just as well as you can with an even number of guys.
Well, these guys really actually like the open space, to be honest, and they're able to use their speed to just get past anybody. It doesn't matter how many of them there are.
You make an interesting point about them liking more space on the ice. Was it Centennial that was an Olympic-sized sheet?
There you go.
And the Hawks lost that. They actually lost that game.
It's a good point.
Another point that should be made is should Chaska reach the section final, that game will be played at Mariucci Arena, which is an Olympic sheet of ice.
That's a real big, and lots of fisticuffs going on down here. Dvorak absolutely pile drive Pitlick's head into the glass, and Pitlick didn't take very kindly to that, and both of them are going to be going off here. So Pitlick was really just sticking up for himself. Dvorak is kind of out there, charging call. Charging call against Dvorak, and I believe probably a roughing call. And the referee's having a little conversation with him saying, hey, you know what, pal, you kind of were headhunting a little bit there, and that's not going to be acceptable. I think if he does that one more time, he probably might be seeing a 10-minute job.
We stay at 5-on-5 hockey. It'll be Pitlick and Dvorak who are sent to the sin bin.
Yep, the penalty had been
penalty was killed off right as that penalty was that penalty was called. With 6:06 in the period, Warner has it here. Slides it away where Benz comes away. Benz by himself into the zone. Benz fires right into the glove of Will Pinney.
Benz was playing the role of Pitlick on that play.
Yep. Ethan
all
Benz
by himself down here on the left on the blue line.
Ethan Benz, the future ice dog in the USHL after his high school season is over.
That'll be fun.
20 goals, through 20 games, has 8 goals and 6 assists this year. Under 6 to play, second period. Warner in the dot for Chaska. Loses it away. He's tripped. No call. Bronson at the point. Sends it in behind Pinney now. Kester on the half wall. Taps it off. McDonald. Bronson wants it on the point. Here's Billy Bronson. Bronson gets it away. McDonald one time. Didn't catch all of it. Back out to the top where Bronson has it. Now it's over for Kester. Kester lost off it. He scores. Mike Kester finds the back of the net.
Boy, Kester, again, is able to stick handle through traffic. Was able to find a pretty good-sized open chunk of the net. Was able to ram it home.
Goal number 14 on the year for Mike Kester. Point number 45.
Unbelievable. He actually, he's got more than that because didn't he have a couple of assists?
He has point number. Yeah, that's point number 46. Good point.
46. And the Hawks were definitely trying to get him a point on that play. He was in on a give and go earlier in the play.
Yep.
That didn't quite connect. He circled around the net, made his way out to the blue line, got the puck.
Magnuson fires a good rebound given up by Will Pinney. St. Louis Park clears it. Here come the Orioles. Drew Boyum. Boyum sends it off for Johnson. Johnson can't corral it though. Here comes Sully Schulle now. Schulle along the half wall. Gets it in for Barry. Thomas looked like he stayed on side, but they call it off. Thomas made his best effort to keep his stick or his skate on that blue line, but the whistle's blown and we'll get a neutral zone face-off.
Referee wasn't in a perfect position to make that call, but because I do believe he was dragging his foot. 5 minutes exactly to go in this second period. Face-off just outside of the St. Louis Park zone, and the Orioles will change it up here. Taking the draw is Thomas, Owen Thomas for the Hawks.
Thomas goes against Hammer.
And Wandermacher, actually.
Or it was Wandermacher, yes, you're right. Tape-to-tape pass, deflected away. Jamie Sorensen has it. Sends it down. Still only 9 shots on goal for St. Louis Park. Just under 5 minutes left in this second period.
None of them really are great goal-scoring chances. A lot of them from pretty far out. A lot of them from pretty sharp angles.
Puck trickled out of the zone.
Shot right back in.
St. Louis Park's Wandermacher was unaware that he had to touch up, so he's called for offside.
So I'm not sure I agree with with no assist on that goal to Kester. I think Bronson sent it over to him from the left point. Definitely set him up.
Neutral zone steal. Here comes Shane Lavelle. Lavelle skates in. Stopped away by Pinney.
Lavelle definitely tries to get as many breakaways as he possibly can.
Well, with that kind of speed, he's got the ability to do it. 38 shots on goal here. Chaska just peppering William Pinney through 2.5 periods.
Yeah, I'm surprised only 3 of them have gone in, to be honest.
Yep. He's made a couple of good-looking saves out in front. He's sprawled for a couple of loose pucks out in his crease.
Well, I don't know if everybody knows this or not, but for example, those 3 posts that the Hawks hit during that last power
short-handed,
play, those actually don't count as shots on goal. So
in reality, with 42 shots or 41 shots on goal, if you count those as on goal, plus the other ones that haven't been counted.
Many others, that's right.
Yep.
So he's been very active. He's probably going to have
handful
a few
more
glasses of water tonight, I believe, after this one.
And that trip to the body shop.
There you go, and that trip to the body shop.
3.5 to go here, middle period. Chaska and St. Louis Park on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Here comes St. Louis Park. Shane Lavelle knocks.
He's down for the count, too.
Couple of guys into the boards, and there's a Chaska Hawk down right on the near boards.
He was definitely trying to take a run at hand, I'm afraid.
Don't have a good look at who it is, but we will step aside as we check out the injured Hawk. And when we come back, we'll play the last 3:21 in the second period.
I'm Blaine Warner. Sit back and relax and watch some boys hockey on CHBN.
GSH Asset Management is a proud sponsor of the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Based in the heart of Chaska, GSH is your one-stop shop for all of your wealth management needs. Visit us online at gshassetmanagement.com or call today at 952-556-1311. GSH Asset Management, building strategies for your financial future.
There's a better, brighter day ahead for patients who visit St. Francis Rehabilitative Services. Our wide-ranging, innovative, and compassionate care offers adults and children the services and support that inspire them to a higher quality of life. Among our services is our comprehensive sports medicine program, specializing in preventing, diagnosing, and treating sports-related injuries, helping you return to the activities that fuel your passion. St. Francis Rehabilitative Services.
Well, we come back, and it was Keith Fletcher who was down on the ice. He was down for a long while on his back before he sat up. He does actually get a charging penalty on the play, but more concerning, obviously, for everybody here is Keith Fletcher's health.
Well, the trainer's down there with him in the penalty box. Dave Snuggerud came all the way across the rink and sat with him. They're putting a garbage bag in front of him in case he has to...
That would lead me to believe that a concussion is probably imminent.
That's a distinct possibility.
From my concussion training that I took back when we coached 8th grade football together.
Yes, we did. You actually took the training, huh?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Did you not?
I'm sure I don't... Sure. Maybe.
We don't talk about that or what? Oh, good times.
Well, Keith was trying to skate, from, halfway across the rink and definitely tried to put his body on Wandermacher, who was skating out with the puck. He missed him completely and went head first right into the boards.
So what's actually going to happen is Owen Thomas will serve the penalty. Keith Fletcher is also in the penalty box, but that's just because he's being checked out by the trainer. Fletcher got a 2-minute charging penalty before he was injured on the play. Chaska comes down here with a 3-on-1. Here come the Hawks. Kester scores!
What a great feed out from Warner. Just absolutely blew it by Penny.
Short-handed goal for Chaska just after we got done chatting about it. Hawks up 4-0.
Well, this team is something else when it comes to the special teams. They just get that A1 line out there with the likes of Kester and Blaine Warner.
Chaska 4-0 here with 3:07 left in the period. It's Mike Kester. Scores goal number 15 on the year.
It's his second
of the night. Yes.
Second of the goal of the night,
Second
third point.
Yep. Chaska comes down, chases. St. Louis Park still on a power play. Has Jacob Young grab it there behind the net. Lavelle slides to their ice. Still a minute and a half left on the penalty to Keith Fletcher, being served by Owen Thomas. 2:39 left. Kester along the half wall. Shane Lavelle got twisted up and will get a penalty. I mean, it's going to be something against St. Louis Park. Could be checking from behind or cross-check would be my guess. As St. Louis Park's number 29, I believe, Johnson came in. It'll be his second penalty of the game.
That's his third penalty of the game.
Third penalty of the game. We'll play 4-on-4.
And I think that these referees, while that wasn't an egregious hit by any means, I do think that these referees are trying to grab control of this game.
Yep.
Make sure that doesn't get out of hand. I mean, you know, it's only 4-0, but it's obvious, I think, to everybody that Chaska's dominating the contest, and I think it's also obvious that St. Louis Park is trying to sort of, they're getting a little more chippy, and that's why guys like, you know, Pitlick, who got in that tussle right here down in front of us on the near side, and a guy like Keith Fletcher isn't going to let that pass, and that's why Keith, you know, kind of wanted to get involved in that play to send a message to knock this junk off.
Barrett tees one up from the point, goes just wide, left side of Penny. Puck stopped up behind the net. Warner tries a one-timer out in front, right off the leg of Penny. Now Warner steals it back. Here comes Chaska. Pitlick lost it. Backhand, never got a piece of it though. 1:57 to go, second period. Behind Stark now. St. Louis Park will go off for a 5-man change up ahead. Chaska catches him on it. Pitlick was unable to get it on the stick. With 24 seconds left in the Chaska penalty and a minute 10 left in the St. Louis Park penalty.
Pitlick was all by himself down here and just was waiting for that puck to get down here.
Magnuson sends it up ahead. Chaska with a 2-on-1. Olmscheid gets it away from Benz, but a nice defensive play by Sam Barry to intercept that passing lane. Now it's tipped back out. 4-on-4 still here. Fletcher's penalty has expired, so Chaska's on the power play now. St. Louis Park comes down. Here comes Dvorak. Dvorak fires right into the gut of Jack Stark. Good for his 10th save of the evening.
Well, I tell you what, he had hand wide open on the back door. He probably should have slid it over. Maybe did a little fake-o-rama and slide it over to Dvorak, but I'm sorry, to hand.
Yep.
But he decided to shoot instead, and that, like you said, is the 10th save for Stark.
1:12 in the period. Chaska out shooting St. Louis Park by 30.
40-10. That's what my Burnsville math tells me. That's a 30-point advantage.
I know we've talked a handful of times about your experience as a... were you the Blaze back then? Were you the Blaze back then, or were you the Braves?
Braves back then.
State hockey champions. We can talk more about that in between periods.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Kester drives in, gets it off. Barrett tees one up, deflected up into the netting.
Boy, Penny was in great position for that one. I thought that Barrett was going to find the upper left corner, but
Barrett has an absolute rifle.
The co-captain for these Orioles, Penny, was able to get that blocker save and drive that puck into the net behind play.
Olmscheid in the dot for Chaska, 47.9. Back off to Barrett at the point. Barrett trying to sling it in. Deflected there by a Park defender. Out in front, Olmscheid. Let it trickle right under his stick.
He was tied up nicely.
Park sends it down. Penalty's been killed off. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey.
30 seconds to go in this second period. 4-0 is the lead. The Hawks over the Orioles.
Here comes Chaska. Benz up into the zone. Benz drives in. Never reached Penny though. 17 ticks left. Olmscheid down there for Chaska, battling along with his teammate Benz up to the point. Bronson wrists one in. Stopped down by Penny. 6 seconds left. St. Louis Park's going to try to clear. They can't. Chaska with 2 seconds left. Time's going to expire on this second period. After 2 periods of play, Greg, what are you thinking?
I think that we're going to go through a lot of Bondo at that body shop here tonight. Penny is going to be absolutely exhausted after this contest. 40 shots on goal so far. The Hawks are just absolutely peppering him. They are, I think they loved to see Blaine Warner's goal the other day. I know we got a couple of Hawks helping Fletcher off the ice. Looks a little woozy.
So we'll head to a quick commercial break. When we come back from St. Louis Park Rec Center, we'll play the final 17 minutes of play from St. Louis Park.
I'm Captain Mike Kester, and you're watching Hawks Hockey on CHBN.
GSH Asset Management is a proud sponsor of the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Based in the heart of Chaska, GSH is your one-stop shop for all of your wealth management needs. Visit us online at gshassetmanagement.com or call today at 952-556-1311. GSH Asset Management, building strategies for your financial future.
There's a better, brighter day ahead for patients who visit St. Francis Rehabilitative Services. Our wide-ranging, innovative, and compassionate care offers adults and children the services and support that inspire them to a higher quality of life. Among our services is our comprehensive sports medicine program, specializing in preventing, diagnosing, and treating sports-related injuries, helping you return to the activities that fuel your passion. St. Francis Rehabilitative Services.
Back inside the St. Louis Park Rec Center, Ryan Paul, Greg Erickson. We want to take a quick look here as we just finished resurfacing the ice. Chaska coming down the stretch of this conference season, Greg. What are we going to have to do to look at possibly getting a high seed and winning the Metro West Conference?
Well, I definitely think that next Thursday's game right here against Benilde St. Margaret is going to be vital. The Hawks dropped their first meeting at Chaska Arena.
Yep.
Not very long ago to Benilde St. Margaret, and I think that the way the Hawks are playing right now, that they definitely have an opportunity to even that series up at 1, and I think they're definitely, these two teams are the cream of the crop. Benilde is ranked, 10th?
I think so, yep.
Right now?
Looks like 9th in the recent rankings. They were
Okay.
10th last week. Chaska coming down the stretch will have Benilde on Thursday right back here. Benilde, a team that lost to Jefferson, which is going to be Chaska's next matchup. So 2 interesting games here coming up for the Hawks.
Yeah, and Benilde has Jefferson again tonight.
Yep.
Those two teams have, I'm not anticipating Jefferson to beat them again.
Yep.
So if the Hawks want to stay on top in the conference, they definitely need to keep winning, and games like this one are paramount.
Yep.
The Orioles, they're beating them 4-0 right now. It's not 11-1 like it was in the first meeting between these two clubs, but they're kind of putting the wood to the Orioles.
After Benilde and Jefferson, Chaska will come back and play Kennedy and Chanhassen, two teams that they should beat pretty handily.
Yep. And again, but everybody's going to beat them.
Right.
So,
yep.
Or Benilde is anyway.
Yep.
So they need to definitely, I think a lot will hinge on Thursday's game right here.
Yep. All right, we're going to step aside one more time. The Zambonis headed off. When we come back, we'll have the final 17 minutes of play from the St. Louis Park Rec Center. Don't go anywhere.
I'm Blaine Warner. Sit back and relax and watch some boys hockey on CHBN.
GSH Asset Management is a proud sponsor of the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Based in the heart of Chaska, GSH is your one-stop shop for all of your wealth management needs. Visit us online at gshassetmanagement.com or call today at 952-556-1311. GSH Asset Management, building strategies for your financial future.
There's a better, brighter day ahead for patients who visit St. Francis Rehabilitative Services. Our wide-ranging, innovative, and compassionate care offers adults and children the services and support that inspire them to a higher quality of life. Among our services is our comprehensive sports medicine program, specializing in preventing, diagnosing, and treating sports-related injuries, helping you return to the activities that fuel your passion. St. Francis Rehabilitative Services.
Back from St. Louis Park, Ryan Paul and Greg Erickson bringing you coverage of Hawks hockey here, the third period. on its way. Jack Stark, a perfect 10 for 10 tonight, Greg. Solid goaltending from the Chaska sophomore.
Yep, had faced 10 shots here so far. None of them too terribly tricky, but definitely handling each one of them, not giving up very many rebounds. And his defense, if he does give up a rebound, are able to body man out and get that puck out of the crease. Wish I could say the same for the junior goaltender, William Pinney, down there for the Orioles.
Pinney's GAA 3.99, not what you want to see from a goaltender that's played all but 8 minutes this season. Back here from St. Louis Park, though, 4-0 Hawks. Pitlick and Kester, both with 2 goals apop for Chaska. And we get ready for the final 17 minutes. I'm Ryan Paul with Greg Erickson, Bryce Hansen doing the camera work tonight. They bump up the music here, trying to get St. Louis Park back into this hockey game.
You think it'll work?
Hawks looking for their 14th win of the season. I don't know. St. Louis Park looking to even themselves out at 9-9-1. We're back at it here, just underway. Chaska starts out with a top line of Calvin Barrett and William Magnuson, along with Sully Schulle, Owen Thomas, and Bauer Berry.
That was tipped, but it was tipped right before the red line, so it will be an icing against the Hawks. So news just came in that Wayzata lost to Grand Rapids 3-2 here.
Okay.
So that is one of the players in the state.
Yep. Trying to get some updates. There's a couple of big games being played today, so obviously Benilde plays later tonight. We'll update you on that as the score becomes available. If it does, did you say they were playing at 5?
Yeah, Tonka plays tonight.
That just comes barely dislodged. We'll get a stoppage. Tonka plays later tonight, as does Benilde. 2 scores that Chaska's going to watch pretty closely. Edina also playing later tonight? No, they play Tuesday.
Yep.
They play White Bear Lake on Tuesday.
That's right.
Chaska going to be scoreboard watching here for a handful of weeks as we head towards the section playoffs. Hawks have 4 games for themselves left. Here's a one-time Sam Berry right into the chest of Bauer Berry.
That was probably
the one scoring look that Benilde's had, or that
probably
St.
the
Louis
best
Park's
opportunity they've had so far.
Yep. 16:33 to go. Shots lopsided, 40-11 in favor of Chaska.
My schedule actually says that Edina plays Hopkins today at 3 o'clock, but I don't have any updates on the score of that contest.
Okay, yep. Oh, good look out in front for Lucas Hand, but he let it trickle right under his stick.
Boy, he was right out front. He was all alone, and he had a wide open goal mouth to shoot at.
Here comes Juan Macher. Juan Macher behind the net has a team-high 11 goals on the year for St. Louis Park. Orioles haven't been able to get anything to go through so far tonight. Benz clears his own, sends it away where Bobby Doss is waiting for it in favor of the Orioles. Lavelle puts a back check on. Hawks let the puck enter the zone, but St. Louis Park snags it. Lucas Hand up ahead, gets it off for Johnson. Johnson loses it as he skates across the blue line, scrapping for it all by himself. It's 1-on-5 as the rest of the Orioles are off for a change. Benz jumps in. We get a penalty on the way, or is offsides. No, it is a penalty coming up. Chaska back to the power play.
Elbowing. I'm sure that the Orioles head coach, Andy Sakerson, during that intermission was lamenting his players to, hey, take the puck to Chaska. You know, they're human beings.
Yep.
They're human beings. They've lost games. They don't win everything. So
Hawks will go back on the power play. Sorry, I cut you kind of short there, but McCabe Dvorak back to the box. Him and Johnson, the 2 penalties tonight for St. Louis Park. Chaska going to try to capitalize.
Backhander there just was deflected and almost went in. Dvorak definitely has been trying to push his weight around a little bit here for the Orioles. Sort of frustrated by the outcome of this game, or how it's been playing so far.
Here comes Chaska. Pitlick into the zone, takes a spill. The blue line monster got him. Now it's Brunson in the corner. Brunson tries to center. We get a whistle as there's a pile of humanity in the goal crease. That comes dislodged with 15:21 to go in this hockey game.
Sam Berry decided to take a header right into the goal. He figured he couldn't get a goal down here, so he put himself into the net down here.
4-0 score. $15:21 to go. Faced off, lost by Chaska. St. Louis Park clears, tries to kill off some of this penalty, and they will. Minute 30 left, 90 seconds as Stark recollects behind his own net.
I mean, the Orioles have 3 shots on goal here so far in this period, so they definitely came out trying to trying to take the action to Chaska, but again, Pitlick has got an edge problem. I think he needs to go to, I don't know if he's got a quick snap.
Comes Warner. Warner rips. He was decked as he shot it. Just went high. Puck sticks over Penny. Shane Lavelle's going to try to get it back down for Kester with a minute left on this penalty. To Dvorak. Pitlick centers it. Bronson with the backhand. Couldn't get it to go through. Now St. Louis Park clears again. Referee takes a spill at the red line. Man, these red and blue lines really tripping people up. 44 seconds left. A turnover by Chaska. St. Louis Park brings it back out. Try to waste away a little bit more of the man advantage.
Kester intercepted that icing attempt.
Kester skates up, avoids a hit from Wanamaker. Now bends, fires right into the
catching
glove,
yep.
of Will Penny.
.13 to go in this third period. 27 seconds to go in the penalty to Dvorak. The elbowing penalty, the elbowing minor.
We do not have an update for you on Keith Fletcher's well-being. He obviously skated off the ice at the end of the period with the assistance of a couple of teammates. Going to assume he has a concussion. Looked like that appeared to be the case. Don't know if anything else.
We call that upper body injury.
Yeah, in the hockey world. Yep. Lavelle and Benz get tied up. Both looking for a scoring opportunity out in front.
Both of them are open. Both of them had the opportunity.
Open crease given up there. Chaska off the power play now as Dvorak exits the box with 13:40 left. Even strength hockey. Orioles try to get back into this 4-0 game. Shot on, glove down by Penny.
And some pushing out front.
Save for the junior.
Olmscheid was mixing it up with Boyum down there in front of the net. 13:35 to go in this third period. So far, the Orioles are leading shots in this period 4-1.
14 on the game for St. Louis Park. Chaska with 41. One time, Bronson set it up across. Park clears. Get back for Chaska now. Here comes Billy Bronson. Bronson on the red line. Sends it up ahead. Thomas stops up quickly. Back around. Lavelle will let it go underneath. Now behind Sully chases. Sully chases. Thomas sends it away. Bronson let it get clogged up there. Now with under 13 to go, St. Louis Park has a breakout. Pittman into the zone.
2-on-1.
Pittman sends it off. Hand just wide on the scoring opportunity. First real off-man rush that St. Louis Park has had tonight. Now Barry skates ahead, avoids contact, sends it down, avoids icing as well.
Was that Erickson that was back there for the defensively for the Hawks?
I believe it was,
he did a nice job making sure that he took the puck.
Thomas checked off the puck. Now Magnuson gains it for Chaska. McDonald in the D zone, gets it up for Pitlick. Onto the ice now for the Hawks. He loses it away though. Drew Boyum dumps it down. It'll be Johnson who chases. Johnson lays a body on in the corner. Sent up ahead for Pitlick. Pitlick gives to McDonald. McDonald across the blue line. Finds the corner. McDonald going to try to backhand one around. Gets it off for Magnuson. Magnuson looking for a shooting lane. Loses it to Pitlick now. One time, Charlie Goodrich teed one up. Never found the net though.
A little left.
Neutral zone. Pitlick loses it. Back off Jonathan Olson there. Neutral zone loose puck now. Goodrich out there for the first time tonight doing battle for Chaska.
Pitchfork that one back into the zone.
Kester just onto the ice, avoids the St. Louis Park off-man rush. Now the Orioles get it back. Pittman sends it down. Stark stops it up there. Chaska looking for their third straight shutout. Justin Bach with the last two against Kennedy and Chan. Pitlick, 3-on-2. McDonald with him. Over to McDonald, just out of his reach.
We're going to get a hooking penalty, it looks like, against St. Louis Park, number 13.
Jack Wanamaker sent to the box with 11:16 to go.
Number 3, sorry.
Nope. Jackson Hand, the senior, sent to the box.
Or no, it is Wanamaker.
Okay.
Boy.
Come on.
Well, the numbers are very small on the sleeve, and I'm old. Very hard to see.
11:16 to go, 42-14.
Not sure if they got him for holding or hooking.
We'll see. It's a 2-minute penalty nevertheless. Kester on the point. Taps off for Barrett, who's waiting there. Now back to Kester. Kester off to Lavelle. Lavelle fires one. Score! Shane Lavelle beat Penny under the glove.
It was an
It's a
interference
5-0.
penalty, and it's wiped out within 14 seconds. The Hawks are able to score. 11 minutes and 1 second to go in this third period. The Hawks are up 5-0.
5-0 Chaska here. The Hawks handing it to St. Louis Park again. Not going to be that 11-1 game that we saw earlier in the season, but still. Nice performance from the Chaska Hawks offensively.
Well, I don't think they're pouring the gas on the fire. There's no doubt about that. They've only got 3 shots on goal in this period so far.
Bronson defensively off the face-off. Kester dumps it for Lavelle. Here comes Lavelle up with speed. Lavelle whistling through the defense. Lavelle tries for another. Nice save. Penny got the leg out there to stop it away.
So
Lucas Hand up ahead will get a penalty. It's going to be a high sticking penalty against St. Louis Park.
If it was football, it'd be hands to the face.
It would be. And just after Chaska scores the power play goal from Shane Lavelle, they'll go back on for 2 minutes with 10:42 to go. They're going to send Johnson off for high sticking, his 3rd penalty of the night.
He definitely had his hands up into Kester's mug.
Yep.
That's his 4th penalty, I believe.
It is his 4th, you're right, yep. So
Well,
Hawks going to try to make it a 6-0 game here if they can score with another advantage. Benz off the draw. Kester keeps it from clear. Now it's off into the neutral zone. Kester goes with the backhand, skates in. Onside. Dump pass off Olmscheid. Deflected out in front. They score again!
You know what? A play like that, Kester actually gets pretty upset when things like that happen to him. And he definitely wants to draw blood at the first opportunity he gets.
Yep.
And that's his hat trick for the night.
And Kester's 3rd goal tonight. Chaska back-to-back power play goals here, just under 30 seconds into each of them.
So now I think we're going to have a run time. It's 6-0 here in the third period.
St. Louis Park's going to call a timeout, which will allow us to step aside here. 6-0 Chaska. Mike Kester with a hat trick.
I'm Captain Mike Kester, and you're watching Hawks Hockey on CHBN.
GSH Asset Management is a proud sponsor of the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Based in the heart of Chaska, GSH is your one-stop shop for all of your wealth management needs. Visit us online at gshassetmanagement.com or call today at 952-556-1311. GSH Asset Management, building strategies for your financial future.
Back from St. Louis Park, Chaska and the Orioles in a lopsided battle here. Orioles just called a timeout after Chaska scored their 6th goal.
10 minutes and 28 seconds left to go in this one, and that's going to be the actual time it takes to finish this one, because as soon as they drop the puck, it is going to be run time with a 6-goal advantage for the Hawks. 45 shots on goal this game so far. Only 5 this period. 2 of them were for goals.
Drawn away by Thomas, and we'll play the last 10.5 of this hockey game with running time, as Greg mentioned. I'm Ryan Paul, joined here tonight by my partner Greg Erickson, Bryce Hansen on the camera. On CHBN here, hope you will join us for our next broadcast on Tuesday. The Hawks boys basketball takes on Benilde St. Margaret's at home. And then on Thursday, Hawks hockey will take on Benilde St. Margaret's right back here. Glad to be bringing you both of those contests. Sully checked hard into Calvin Barrett, I should say, checked hard into the boards. Puck flutters around.
Yeah, I'm not sure Sully would have survived that one.
Here's Sully now. Skates back for Chaska. Barrett on the D end. Tape to tape up to Erickson. Now it's Thomas, I should say. Thomas into the zone. Looking for an option. Thomas fires it high. Bronson will take it in the neutral area. Fling it in and dump some time off of this clock. 9.5 to play.
They did give the assist to Olmscheid on that last goal for
the Kester hat trick goal, yep. Bronson out in front. Good look. Here's Sholey, tries. Sent away by Penny, though.
That was just a smart little shot right along the ice, not trying to do too much with it. Just trying to send it toward the net.
McDonald with a crafty play to keep the zone. St. Louis Park does clear on the change, though. 9 minutes to play here from the St. Louis Park Rec Center. Dumped down, Bronson working on it there. Here's Blaine Warner, the senior now. Warner up off the half wall. Sent off right off Warner's bucket, goes high up into the air. And McCabe Dvorak is called for a high, or somebody's called for a high stick. Face-off going to come back out into the neutral zone.
8:39 to go in this one, and the time is counting down. Blaine Warner taking the face-off for the Hawks. McDonald on his right.
Dvorak. Dvorak wins it back. Here comes Pitlick, though. Pitlick looking for his third. Drives in. Goes up high off the glass behind Penny.
Yeah, it'd be fun to get a couple guys with Haddies tonight.
Yeah. 8:09 to go in this hockey game. Here comes St. Louis Park. Avery Pittman. Pittman in on Barry. There's
very
a
nice defensive
stoppage.
effort there by Billy Bronson. The flow, we like to call him. He's got a great flow.
Some lettuce on top of his
Good
head.
lettuce.
Call it a lot of things. Looks a little bit more like a mop when it's all wet and
a
sweaty.
little bit, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's another reason why it'd be nice to have Chaska in that state tournament. Get to see Billy fling his hair back on 45 TV.
There you go. I love that.
7.5 left.
I kind of started back in the 80s with the some of those Edina teams and Burnsville teams.
Lavelle up in. Fires on, just wide.
We had some great times at the St. Paul Civic Center at those state championships.
An old barn.
That place had glass boards.
The more you know.
Yeah, well, you could see everything.
Chaska still peppering Penny with shots. They're up to 47 on goal tonight.
He's able to corral that one and stop play.
As the clock reads 6:50, it'll continue to run. Chaska in Chaska and St. Louis Park in a little bit of a rush to get this one over with.
Yeah, you could see probably 10% more of the game actually with those glass boards, like on the near side, for example.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun.
Not much more. You don't see that at all anymore.
No, I've never seen it since. They're going to get a penalty on Chaska. That's going to go against Sully Sholey, that ruffian, for tripping. So a rare power play opportunity here for the Orioles.
Clock will continue to run, though.
That's right.
6:09 left. Sholey to the box. The clock on that penalty will be held until we drop this puck.
And the shots on goal are still at a pretty big advantage for the Hawks, 47-14.
Draw one away by the Orioles. Dvorak over to Barry. Barry down behind. St. Louis Park trying to set up their their power play here. Dvorak at the point. Sends it back off out of the wing for Barry. Barry behind the net for Hand. Hand is checked off of it by Calvin Barrett. Can't clear, though. Now Hand back with it. Riley working the D with Lucas Hand. Here's Dvorak. Sully Sholey sent off for a tripping penalty with 5:30 left. Park trying to get on the board here for the first time tonight. Dvorak over, blocked out in front by Barrett.
We'll see if the Hawks can get their number one PK unit out there with Warner and Pitlick.
Dvorak taps it over to Barry. Barry shot deflected away. Hand taps it back around. Collins sent in. It was actually Pittman who sent it in. And with 5 minutes and running left, St. Louis Park yet to score.
Stark was able to look that one right into his mitt. Looked like a shortstop out there. Ready to fire it over to first base.
4:46 to go. 37 seconds on the penalty.
That's interesting. Pitlick actually took the draw there for the Hawks. I think that's the first time he's done that. Warner probably done for the night. Starkey out there with him as a forward.
Stuck away by Barry. Pitlick tries to clear, can't. Boyum in. Stolen
his
right away by
pocket.
Pitlick. What a play. Here comes Pitlick now. He beats Young. Pitlick one-on-one, and he scores.
There's the hat trick.
So 2 Chaska players with hat tricks tonight. Mike Kester and Rhett Pitlick, both with 3 goals apiece.
Absolutely picked the opponent's pocket right
That
down
was
here
a
on the
beautiful
blue line.
play.
Was able to go through about 4 guys all the way back and down.
And it'll go as another shorthanded goal for Chaska.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they are deadly with that. Absolutely deadly, and it doesn't matter if the opponent puts their number 1 line out there. You get Pitlick in space, usually teamed up with Blaine Warner, but he's not this time. But
as that goal was scored, the penalty to Schulle expired.
It was a power play goal,
But it
however.
was a shorthanded goal.
Yep, shorthanded goal.
Under 4 in the hockey game.
7-0 here.
Jacob Young sent up ahead. Pitlick trying for a 4th. Fires just off the crossbar. Goes up into the netting. Face off coming to the right of Will Pinney. 3:20 to go. Pitlick and Kester both with 3 goals. Just fun to watch. It really is.
It's something else, and I can't wait to see those 2 on the ice together in maroon and gold in just a couple of years. Those 2 kids together is going to be pretty magical. I just wish Blaine Warner was going there.
Kester on the far blue line. Gets it on for Charlie Erickson, fellow senior. He dumps it away for Shane Lavelle. 2:52 to go. Lavelle with a goal tonight.
I'd love to see Lavelle actually pass it in that situation. Too many times he's down there trying to do a one-man band type act, and, you know, I think if he gives, he's going to get a go, you know, and if he gets a go, he's going to have more goals.
Erickson dumps to Lavelle. Lavelle fires and knocks the water bottle off.
Just
8-0.
like that one. Just like that
Charlie
one.
Erickson dumped it off to him, and Shane Lavelle shelved it up high. Chaska's up 8-rip.
Shane gave him that one ahead, and Erickson dropped it back, and he was able to absolutely roof it. Also knocking, I've never seen a water bottle get knocked that far off of a net before. So that's 2 for Lavelle tonight, right?
I believe so.
I've done a very poor job of keeping track. I apologize.
I'll make a mental note
Just
not to
too
put
many of them.
Not to put you on that ever
Well,
again.
you know, I'm trying to pay attention to the game.
Taylor's down ice side taking some video for us, so don't have his services up here tonight.
Well, that video that he was taking during the Chanhassen game was absolute gold.
Yeah.
Some of those slow motion, like the Blaine Warner slap shot right in front of him.
Yeah.
That was outstanding. So the Hawks really want to just try to maintain the shutout for Stark.
Here comes
Here's an
Bauer Berry
opportunity.
now. Bauer Berry going to try to put another one on. Berry fires just wide. He falls into the Dashers. Sent back out. 1:24 to go.
8-0. Snowman.
Just across the 6 o'clock hour, and this one will expire right after. The last 1:10 runs off. Chaska trying for another one. Barrett teed another one up. Good blocker save, though, by Penny.
1 minute to go.
Chaska absolutely destroying Penny tonight. 51 shots on goal.
You know, they had 45 the other night against Chan.
Yep.
And I think he probably lost about 8 pounds in water weight tonight.
43 seconds left before this one's over with. Chaska will come away and move to 14-7 on the season. St. Louis Park going to drop to 8-10-1.
What's their conference?
Chaska?
No.
St. Louis Park?
St. Louis Park. Oh.
2-1-1. They score.
21 seconds to go. The Hawks coughed it up, and they ruined the shutout opportunity for Stark. A little bit of a Bronx cheer by the St. Louis Park half. Actually, they're just happy that these guys got on the board. And like I said before, I mean, they've had more shots in this period than pretty much they've had in the whole game. So
As that goal is scored, we'll get the call on who scored it, but foils Jack Stark's bid at a shutout and makes the final score 8-1. It was Riley, or check that, McCabe Dvorak who scores. Takes a little wind out of the Chaska sails as they come out of this one, but nevertheless, Greg, a dominating performance by Chaska tonight.
51 shots 51 shots on net, and again, I think.
Yep. Chaska held St. Louis Park to only 17 shots.
Yep, and obviously not enough can be said about number 4, Mike Kester, and number 21, 12, Rhett Pitlick.
21 as well, though. Shane Lavelle had a big presence out there.
Had a couple of goals, and so moving forward, I think that these are confidence builders on the one hand, but on the other hand, and these guys won't do it because they didn't do it against Jefferson, and Thursday's game is
right
vital.
Back here, yep.
Absolutely vital to this squad, and they know that they're not going to get the same kind of play out of Benilde that they've gotten against Chan and St. Louis Park and the Kennedy and Bloomington teams, but this is a good tune-up for that. I think they get a lot of practice, actually. This is kind of a practice. Passing, shooting, goaltending, things like that. So it's just an opportunity to hone the game, but Thursday is big.
Chaska moves up to 14-7 on the year, as I said. St. Louis Park down to 8-10-1. Join us back here again Tuesday night for boys basketball on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. I'll be on the call for Chaska and Benilde. And then Thursday we'll be right back here for boys hockey. Chaska and Benilde, a big one in conference play. Thanks for joining us. Yes, you will. Thanks for joining us tonight, folks. I'm Ryan Paul. For Greg Erickson, we got Bryce Hansen on the camera tonight, saying so long from St. Louis Park. It's been a fun night of hockey. Hawks win big, 8-1 in conference play. See you next time. Thank you for watching.
Everybody.
Soar Hawks.